Slapping 5, get ready to go here. As official Joe B. Wright going to enter into the circle and get this game started. Ball's tipped up in the air, is going to be controlled by Layton Christian. It's going to go to Igor Torres. Torres going to pass to the left wing to Gasana. San Juan a man-to-man defense. Gasana. He's going to go to number 23, Gerardo Munoz. Munoz gets it back, attacks the rim, gets it up and in. So Munoz, first 2. Quickly up ahead are the Broncos as it's thrown ahead, and looks like Morley going to get it, knocked away. Going to be picked up by Torres, who goes to Munoz. Munoz trying to go to Taylon Barrett. It's knocked away by Daquan Lopez. Daquan going to pick up the foul. Going to be side out to the Eagles. Into Torres. Layton Christian has a 2-point lead here. It's early in the ball game. Munoz. Torres. Into Gasana. Gasana to Munoz. Munoz gets a ball screen, kicks it to Barrett. Barrett tries a jump hook, no good. Picked up by Daquan Lopez. Lopez up ahead to Blake, and he ties the score. Jordan Blake with the layup. Quickly, here come the Eagles to Munoz. Munoz kicks it back out to Torres. Igor way out top. Puts the ball on the floor and comes to the corner to Munoz. To Camilli. Camilli back to Torres. Torres gets a ball screen into the paint. Has it knocked away by San Juan. Daquan Lopez. Daquan. Way over here to Blake. Into Palmer. Palmer to Morley. Morley puts San Juan ahead. A nice high post to the low post. Post-to-post passing, and the Broncos have a 4-2 lead. Torres. Way out top. Kicks it to Munoz off a double screen along the baseline. Munoz for 3, no good. Rebound to Morley. Kicks it to up ahead to Lewis, who gets it to Lopez. Daquan back to John Lewis. Lewis to Lopez. Lopez, left-hand dribble, kicks it back out to Lewis. Lewis to Blake. Blake to Palmer. Nice pass, Morley. Oh, he couldn't handle it cleanly. Still has it in the post, comes back out to the high post, comes back out to Lewis. Lewis to Blake, to Lopez. To Lewis, to Lopez. Daquan going to set it up for the Broncos. Comes out here to Blake. Get Blake trying to feed it to Lopez. Has it knocked away by Munoz. Munoz up ahead to Gasana and Shema. Gasana loses the handle. Goes out of bounds, and it's back to the Broncos. Morley into Lewis, who cross courts it to Lopez. Lopez has his pass knocked down. Still free. Who's going to come up with it? John Lewis has his pass knocked down by Munoz. Munoz gets it ahead to Camilli. Camilli's shot, no good. Rebound Lopez, he's going to be fouled. So the action fast and furious here. Both teams look like they're looking forward to an opportunity to get up and down the court. Blake to inbound it. Jordan Blake, just a sophomore. Goes to Lewis, has his pass knocked away as he was trying to go to Lopez. Munoz up and in, and we're tied. 4-4, and a timeout by Monty Lee of the Broncos. 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30. San Juan's basketball coming out of the timeout to inbound. Daquan Lopez. He goes to Blake. Blake to Lopez. Swings it to Lewis. Lewis to Palmer. Palmer to Blake. Blake, runner, no good. Morley, rebound, put that up, good. Max Morley doing some work on the offensive glass. Igor Torres to Munoz. Gets a ball screen, comes back out to Torres, comes to Camilli. Camilli to Barrett. Barrett shot around, no good. Rebound back to Barrett. Shot no good. Rebound back to Barrett. Barrett a third time. Third time's the charm. Taylor Barrett. Oh, Igor Torres picks the pocket of Daquan Lopez, and it's now 8-6 Layton Christian. Lopez to Palmer. Palmer to Morley. Morley has his ball knocked away as his dribble kind of careened off his own leg. Go to Munoz to Torres, comes back to Camilli. And there goes the Layton Christian athleticism. 10-6. More pressure defense here by Layton Christian, and foul this time to Igor Torres. Igor, a senior. San Juan to inbounds. Checking in for the Broncos, Caleb Pugh. Caleb, a 6'1" junior. Blake, trap, comes back to Lewis, who goes to Lopez. Lopez, left-hand dribble, gets into the forecourt. Cross court to Blake, into the corner to Pugh. Pugh, baseline drive, loses it, and it's picked up by Taylon Barrett. Barrett has his pass knocked away. It will remain Eagle basketball. 3.5 remaining here in the first period. Layton Christian 10, San Juan 6. Pass goes into Gasana to Barrett. Barrett, left-hand dribble, going out close behind his back. Good defense by Morley. Barrett backs down, tough shot around the iron, no good. Rebound to Jordan Blake. Blake picks up his dribble. He's going to be fouled. And it depends on if it's going to be Igor Torres or Munoz. Going to go on Igor Torres. That'll be Igor's second. And it'll be side out for the Broncos. Checking in for Layton Christian, number 10, João Batista. Daquan Lopez to Jordan Blake. Blake getting the ball screen from Caleb Pugh. Blake turns the corner, loses his dribble, but it goes right to Pugh. Pugh, baseline drive, gets knocked off his drive, and it'll be a non-shooting foul. And it'll be going to be a pass inbounds by Daquan Lopez. Daquan looking to Caleb Pugh from 3 feet away. Got it. Nice inbounds play. Caleb Pugh gets his first basket as he comes off the bench and immediately contributes. To Munoz. Munoz crossing over, trying to get to the rim, gets cut off. Goes to João. João shot no good. João Batista for 3, and that didn't go. And then the long pass ahead for the Broncos. Jordan Blake, he's got it. Puts it on the floor once. High post to Max Morley. Morley spots up, pivots, no good. Nice move to free himself, but the shot just wouldn't go. And in comes Gasana. Gasana to Camilli. Camilli, drive penetration, no good, but there is Taylon Barrett for the follow. 12-8. More pressure by the Eagles. Jordan Blake. High bounce pass to Caleb Pugh. Can't handle it. It's still running free. Picked up by, now it's picked up by Daquan Lopez. Lopez into the forecourt. Lopez with a nice pass to Jordan Blake. It's still loose. Picked up by Caleb Pugh. Sets it up to Jordan Blake. High post to Max Morley. Morley gets the edge. Got it. Nice post up by Max Morley. 12-10, Layton Christian. Gasana into forecourt. Gets a ball screen, trying to cross over. Left-hand dribble, kicks to Munoz. Munoz to Barrett for 3, short. Right to Jordan Blake, who gives it to Daquan Lopez. Lopez into the forecourt, up to John Lewis. Lewis, corner. Caleb Pugh for 3, short. Back to Caleb Pugh, but then it's knocked away, and here comes Camilli. Camilli going to go coast to coast, layup no good, but he's fouled by Daquan Lopez. Camilli to shoot 2. That's Lopez's second. To the free throw line for Layton Christian, Ivan Camilli. Camilli, a junior for the Eagles. He sets and lets the first one go. Gets it. Also checking in for the Eagles, number 34, Chris Bell. Chris Bell coming in about 6'6". He is a senior. Camilli sets for his second one. Chance to extend this lead. Second one rides and off the iron, no good. Rebound to Palmer. Outlets to Lopez. Lopez with his head up on the dribble into forecourt. Goes between his legs and then goes to the left wing to Lewis. Lewis bounce pass to Blake. Blake to Lewis. Lewis to Morley. Morley to Lopez. To Lewis. To Lopez. Lopez. It's a ball screen from Palmer. Gets into the paint. Runner from 15. No good. Rebound to Palmer. Puts it up and in. An offensive rebound and a putback for Mr. Palmer. Give Cade Palmer his due. Good work on the glass. Camilli to Munoz. To Barrett. Barrett to Munoz. Looks like LCA going to pull it out for the last shot of the quarter as they have the ball and a 1-point lead. Gerardo Munoz. Left-hand dribble. Tries to go to Bell. It's tapped around. It's free. But Bell tips it to Camilli for about an 18-footer. Doesn't draw anything. With 1.3 seconds, it falls out of bounds. So San Juan will have the last possession. Not a lot of time to do much. Layton Christian checking in for them. Franco Tefano. Lopez, long pass to Blake. He's got it. He's got a chance at the horn, just short. Nice inbounds play by the Broncos. Just couldn't quite put the ball in the basket at the end of 1 quarter of play. Layton Christian 13, San Juan 12. To begin the second quarter of play, San Juan basketball, they trail 12-13 here at the Sevier Valley Center on the campus of Snow College South in Richfield, Utah. An elimination consolation game. Blake tries to go to Lewis. That's going to be tipped. It's going to be a foot race, and it's going to be won by Gasana. Gasana going to be fouled. The Broncos not very crisp with their ball management there. It's going to go on John Lewis. John's first for the Broncos, team's third. Gasson at the free throw line. He's going to have 2 shots. First one's up and good. Settles softly to bed. Shema Gasana, senior guard here for Layton Christian. Gasana's second free throw up and good as well. It's now a 3-point lead, 15-12. Lewis trying to get a bounce pass to Blake, has it stolen by Igor Torres. Torres to number 44, Franco Tefano. Basket counts and a foul. Tefano to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. And San Juan turnovers turning into Eagle points. Tefano's free throw, good. So the Eagles extend that lead now to 6. Blake gets it up to Morley. Morley, nice shot fake. I thought Morley was fouled, didn't get the call. Left it a little bit short. Here come the Eagles. Tefano to Shimana. Shema Gasana's shot no good. To Daquan Lopez. Juan pulls it out. Lopez tries to go to the corner. And another San Juan turnover. He was trying to find Keegan Barton. And just right now, ball management sloppy for the Broncos. And they're paying the price on the scoreboard, folks. 18-12, Layton Christian. Igor Torres goes to Gasana. Gasana to Tefano. Jumper, no good. Rebound to, looked like Gasana was trying to secure it, but he stepped out of bounds, and it'll go back to San Juan. San Juan to face this 2-2-1 full court pressure defense by the Eagles, which has swung the game in the favor of them right now. Ball is tipped again. Here comes Gasana. Gasana, I think he wanted to pass and then changed his mind and got called for it. Coach B.J. Porter lights him up, told him to pass the ball. It's always a good idea, especially if your teammate's open. All right, Blake inbounds to Lopez. Lopez to Morley. Morley to Blake. Blake back to Daquan, who then comes into Keegan Barton. Cross court to Blake. Blake's got a 3 dialed up. Put him on the board. Jordan Blake, the sophomore, drills home a 3, cuts that lead in half. 18-15. Was a 6-point lead, now a 3-point lead. Gasana shoot a 3, and he didn't catch anything. As Taylon Barrett gave him a nice skip pass, but Shema Gasana didn't draw iron, so out of bounds to the Broncos. Another opportunity to chip away at this 3-point lead. Blake into Barton. Barton back to Blake. Blake to Lopez. Lopez picks up his dribble. Just a lot of hands in there. Whistle by Joe B. Wright. Stops play as he signals that Taylon Barrett fouled. So it'll be a 5th team foul, non-shooting. Checking in for the Broncos, number 40. And you're going to hear this young man's name quite often here for the next few years. That's young man's last name is Torgerson, and he sure does a nice job off the bench. Had, I think, 7 points in the loss yesterday against Manti, just a freshman. Torgerson inbounds to Palmer. Palmer to Morley. Morley, nice take to the rim. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound out of bounds off Layton Christian. It will remain San Juan basketball. Inbounds for San Juan will be Keegan Barton. Keegan to inbounds, gets it to Morley. Morley drives, kicks back out to Barton. Good ball movement to Blake for 3 and short. Rebound to Morley. Morley tries to get it to Blake. Instead, it goes into the backcourt. And Shema Gasana trying to get it to Igor Torres and throws it away. So dueling turnovers there. Palmer. Barton. Barton keeps his dribble into the paint, picks it up. Palmer from the 15-foot jumper. Actually more like a 15-foot set shot, and Palmer hits it, and it's 18-17 Layton. San Juan on a 5-0 run here to get back in this game. Munoz a long 3, no good. Rebound to Torgerson. If he can secure it, he does. Comes to Blake. Blake, tried to go to Morley on the bounce pass, and it was kicked by Layton Christian, so the ball goes back to San Juan. Discussing whether it was off the thigh or it was actually kicked. Joby Wright, as most officials will do, wins the argument. Jordan Blake, long three, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Shema Gasana. Gasana, left-hand dribble, kicks to Igor Torres. He's got a foot on the line. It'll just be a 2 if it goes, but it won't. Rebound to Torgerson. Outlet to Blake. Blake into forecourt. Jordan, left-hand dribble, picks it up. He's still looking. Tries to come out to Torgerson. Torgerson secures it. Then loses his footing, and it goes to Shema Gasana. Gasana in a foot race. Will he win it? He will. Layup good. Gasana. Jordan Blake, sophomore, has it tipped away from behind. Blake, looking, goes to Torgerson. Torgerson thought about it and then comes back to Blake. Blake has the ball tipped away by Camilli to Igor Torres. Torres, layup, good. And now the Layton Christian with back-to-back baskets. And what was a 1-point lead now is a 5-point lead. And another steal. Camilli to Torres. Torres, baseline to Shema Gasana. Gasana pulls up, comes to Bell, to Camilli. Camilli doesn't draw nothing. Falls harmlessly to Torgerson, who comes to Jordan Blake. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first half, 22-17, Layton Christian. Here comes Jordan Blake, right-hand dribble. Jordan is going to go to Morley, has it tipped away by Munoz. Oh, nice pass from Gasana to Munoz, layup good. Layton Christian on a 6-0 run. And they've pushed that 1-point lead out to a 7-point lead. It's 24-17, Layton Christian. Timeout on the court. We'll take one too. So after San Juan had chipped that 5-point lead down to a 1-point game at 18-17, Layton Christian turns on the defensive pressure, created several turnovers that leaked out into layups, and it's now a 7-point Layton Christian lead at 24-17. San Juan brought back their starting backcourt in Lopez and Lewis to try and stop the bleeding here. Lopez to Lewis. Lewis back to Lopez. Lopez tried to go to the middle to Palmer. Ball's knocked free. It's still free. Munoz has it. It's still free, and it goes to Camilli, who then tried to go to number 32, Kenny Rabaduka. But Rabaduka couldn't handle it, and it goes back to San Juan. Inbounds to Lewis, and then to Lopez. Lopez trying to get it to Palmer. Barely does get it to Palmer. Palmer up, and then you get the big guy out in space, and the feet get ahead of the hands, and that's a turnover. Ball back to Layton Christian. Layton Christian on a 6-0 run right now, trying to extend this lead. Rabaduka into the high post to Camilli. Camilli to Bell. 15-footer, good. Now it's a 8-0 run for the Layton Christian Eagles. San Juan trying to break this trap. Yeah, he can't. It goes back to Rabaduka. Rabaduka, right hand to Munoz. To João Batista, and his three was no good. Lopez trying to get a shot up, and he's going to be fouled. I don't know that they're going to give him shots. We'll see what Joby Wright says. Fouls on Rabaduka on the floor. Checking back in for San Juan is number 2, Jordan Blake. 6'1" sophomore. Max Morley going to be waved in. Max Morley, a 6'3" senior forward, well-built young man. Lopez to trigger it, and he can't, but Munoz steals it to Rabaduka. Rabaduka, layup no good, followed by Bell. And it's now a 10-0 run by the Eagles. It's an 11-point lead. Lewis to Blake. Blake trying to go to Lopez, has it knocked away by Camilli. Camilli to Batista, to Munoz. Munoz to Rabaduca for three. Duca no good. To Caleb Pugh, trying to go to Jordan Blake and threw that one way over Blake's head. And it's safe to say that the Broncos are right now officially discombobulated. This Layton Christian defense really causing all sorts of problems for San Juan. Back in for Layton Christian, Gasana, and Barrett. Here comes Rabaduca. Rabaduca Jr. He goes to Batista, who goes to Gasana, who goes to Camilli, who misses the layup, but there's Barrett to clean it up. 30-17, Layton Christian. To Jordan Blake, to Max Morley. Max comes back out. Daquan Lopez for three. Oh, they needed that. San Juan needed that in a bad way. And Daquan delivers. 30-20, Layton Christian. Rabaduca to Batista. Batista, the high post to Barrett. Barrett has his pass knocked, but it does make it back to Rabaduca. Duca kicks it to Camilli. To Batista, who's going to be fouled on the drive. Fouls charged to Max Morley of San Juan. Max is first, team's fifth. At the free throw line for the Eagles, number 10, João Batista. First free throw good. Checking back in for Layton Christian, Franco Tefano. Second free throw also good. Lopez goes to Blake, gets it back. Comes to Pugh, to Morley. Morley to Blake. Trying to go to Morley, it's tipped away, and here comes Rabaduca. Rabaduca gonna try to get to the rim all the way, got it. No one stopped the basketball, and Rabaduca made him pay. Lopez to Morley, runner, no good, tip to Gasana. Gasana to Tefano, to Rabaduca. Rabaduca penetration, around and out, no good. Rebound to Morley, to Lopez. He's looking down to Jordan Blake. He's got Jordan. Jordan going to be fouled. Can he get the shot? To fall, he can't, but he's going to get 2 free throws. So Jordan Blake to the free throw line. Fine sophomore for San Juan. All right, Jordan Blake hits a free throw, trying to stop the bleeding here. As Layton Christian's really turned up the heat defensively in the second period. Blake's free throw no good. Rebound to Tefano. Franco Tefano with that rebound, and here we come. Tefano to Camilli. Camilli loses it to Daquan Lopez. 25 seconds. 20 seconds. Lopez behind the back, loses it. Out in front to Rabaduca. Rabaduca, no good. And then follow up by number 10, Trajan Hawkins. Morley has it knocked away to Lopez. A long three, short. And that one's going to go to Trajan Hawkins at the buzzer. So at the end of one half of play, a very impressive half by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles as they lead 36-21 over San Juan. We'll be back with second half action.
sneak by you, please, sir?
Your halftime entertainment
Sorry about that.
features the Layton Christian cheerleaders. Layton Christian High School cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court for a Utah High School Activities Association award presentation. Representing the UHSAA is Jeff Clough, Supervisor of Officials, and Bob Peterson, Principal of San Juan High School and Region 15 Representative to the UHSAA Executive Committee. Each year, the Utah High School Activities Association honors 5 superfans from across the state of Utah. Tonight, we honor Tom Palmer of Blanding as one of those superfans. Tom was nominated by San Juan High School and has been supporting high school activities for over 30 years. Tom and his wife of 32 years are both graduates of San Juan High School. His sons and daughters-in-law have been involved in high school activities from music to sports. As a Bronco himself, Tom was in the band and choir, played football and tennis, and was involved in student council. Over the years, he has spent countless number of hours coaching volleyball, tennis, baseball, basketball, and football in the San Juan community. Furthermore, Tom has been involved with the Boy Scouts of America for 20 plus years and has been a hunter's education instructor for the past 20 years. Tom writes, high school activities are important to me because I believe in and love the youth of our community, country, and state. They are our greatest hope for the future. I simply love our community, our schools, and our youth. Principal Bob Peterson stated, Tom is a true Bronco fan. He has a great love for San Juan and enjoys supporting the sports teams as well as the other activities at the high school. He is always willing to help and serve any way he can. For his support of high school activities and his love for the students who participate in them, please join us now as we honor with a warm round of applause Tom Palmer of Blanding as the 2015 Super Fan of the Year.
Welcome back as we're ready to start second half action. As the Layton Christian Academy Eagles have a 15-point lead over the Broncos at San Juan High School. And they, meaning the Eagles, will have the first possession to begin the third period of play. The inbounded by Munoz to Igor Torres, who goes to number 22, Talon Barrett, to Munoz, to Gasana, to Igor, penetrates, to Barrett, back to Munoz, spin move on the baseline, pretty move, put it on the board, Gerardo Munoz. Harry Blake has his dribble knocked away, Munoz quickly up, trying to get it to Gasana, stolen by Lopez. Lopez avoids the contact but misses the shot. Rebound to Layton Christian. Torres into forecourt for the Eagles. Gasana. Ball screen by Barrett. Gasana. High post. Camilli. Nice ball fake. Camilli. The Eagles extend it now to a 19-point lead. Pass almost stolen there by Barrett. San Juan just seems a step slow here this evening as they face this speedy Layton Christian defense. Daquan Lopez to John Lewis. Lewis, left-hand dribble. Goes to Blake. Blake to Lopez. Lopez kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis going to launch an arcing three off the iron, no good. Rebound to Gasana. Gasana, secondary break for the Eagles. Pulls it up, comes back to Camilli. Camilli, left-hand shot, no good. Rebound to Blake. Blake has numbers if he hurries. Almost has his pocket picked, and then he's got to come back to Daquan Lopez. Lopez going to pull it out. Gets ball screen from Lewis, and then comes back to Lewis, and Gasana almost has another steal. But instead got a little bit of Lewis's arm. So it'll be back to the Broncos. (40-21). Layton Christian looking to punch their ticket for a date tomorrow with the Parowan Rams. And a chance to take 6th place here in the tournament. Blake to the corner to Lopez. Lopez to Palmer. Entry is accurate. Palmer, missed the bunny. Got his own rebound, puts it up. No good. Won't climb over the rim. Tough break for the Broncos. Outlet to Munoz. Munoz goes against Lopez. Munoz misses the layup. Followed by Igor Torres. No good. Rebound to Daquan Lopez. The Broncos dodged a big bullet there. Up to John Lewis. Lewis trapped. Gets it to Lopez. And Gasana, a little bit too much. Riding on the hip. Team second. San Juan to inbounds. The defensive pressure by the Eagles has been relentless throughout the game, and they have pushed this lead up to 19. San Juan. Try to get something out of this set here. Jordan Blake goes to Lopez. 15-footer along the baseline jumper. Good. Maybe that'll get Daquan Lopez going. One of the better shooters in 2A this year. Coach B.J. Porter wants to take a timeout. We'll be back out of this timeout in 30 seconds. It'll be San Juan basketball coming out of the timeout. Excuse me, Layton Christian basketball out of the timeout. Into Torres. Igor Torres, point guard for the Eagles. going to go over on the left wing to Munoz. Munoz out to Igor. Igor to Gasana. Back to Torres, to Munoz. Munoz gets a ball screen, comes to Torres. Torres going to launch an arcing three. In. Igor Torres, 4-3. And it's a 20-point lead. Palmer. To Morley. Morley gets to the high post and picks his pivot up, goes to Jordan Blake. That three way short. And it's going to be Layton Christian basketball as John Lewis was battling for, but he was out of bounds. That 19-foot three-pointer only went about 16 feet. Just another sign of how disjointed San Juan has become because of this Layton Christian defense. Gasana to Munoz. Munoz, baseline to Barrett. Barrett makes the layup. A nice pass from Munoz. Blake to Lopez. Lopez to Morley. High arcer from 6 feet away, bounces twice, no good, but it goes right to Lopez. Lopez sets his feet, three-pointer, got it. So Lopez off of a long rebound, set his feet and drilled home the three. Igor from Munoz. Torres to Gasana to Munoz. Munoz for three. Good. So back-to-back threes. Team's trading them. Ball's loose. Tipped away by the Eagles, but they're sure deflecting a lot of these passes by the Broncos. Daquan Lopez. Gets it into Blake, who gets it to Palmer, who tries to go to Lewis. Pass not good enough, out of bounds, and it will be Layton Christian basketball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third period. All Layton Christian right now. They lead by 18. Excuse me, they lead by 22. Tipped by Barrett. Still loose. Lopez and Lewis tie it up and call for timeout. San Juan gets a turnover. We'll be back out of this timeout. San Juan to inbounds out of the timeout. John Lewis to Daquan Lopez. Daquan, he has the ball tipped as he's trying to go to Lewis. Actually, they're saying it wasn't tipped, just an inaccurate pass, so it'll go back to the Eagles. They have the basketball and a 22-point lead. 3 minutes remaining here in the third period. Here we go. Trajan Hawkins to Barrett to Munoz for three, no good. Barrett rebounds. Barrett puts it on the floor once, attacks, good. That Taylon Barrett really doing work on the offensive glass over the course of this ball game. Lopez to Blake. Back to Lopez. To Lewis. John Lewis almost has his pocket pick, but he gets it to Jordan Blake. And that shot up no good by Lopez. Ball up to, trying to get it to Munoz, but it went to, looked like Caleb Pugh was going to get it, and then he was fouled by Munoz. So some fast and furious action there, resulting in a Layton Christian foul. So Daquan Lopez to inbounds for San Juan. To Jordan Blake, back to Daquan. Daquan to Jordan Blake, to John Lewis. Lewis, in the short corner to Caleb Pugh. Caleb puts it on the floor, kicks it to Daquan. Daquan, left-hand dribble. He's got some more penetration, and as he tried to go up for the layup, slapped across the arm and fouled. 2 shots for Lopez. Fouls to Talon Barrett. His third. So Daquan Lopez, 2 shots. First one's up and good. Checking in for Layton Christian, Chris Bell. Second free throw also good for Daquan. Igor Camilli. Goes to Barrett. Barrett to Munoz. Nice play from the high post to the low post. Barrett to Munoz. John Lewis. As the ball knocked away, it'll stay San Juan, but just the relentless defensive pressure here by the Eagles. To Daquan Lopez. Got the ball and his team's trailing by 24. Lopez into Morley. Morley, pivot foot, kicks it back out. Blake for 3, no good. Rebound by Morley. Morley has his attempt blocked away. Knocked free. Still free. Blake trying to throw it to somebody. Throws it to Igor Torres. Here comes Torres. Up ahead to Barrett. It's knocked out of bounds by Barrett. Oh, they're going to say it's going to remain Layton Christian ball. So San Juan touched it last. To Munoz. To Igor Torres. To Munoz. To Torres. Tries to go into Bell, has it knocked away. Torres swinging the ball around. This time Gasana. Talon Barrett. And ends up back in the hands of Igor Torres. Now out to Munoz. Gerardo Munoz to Igor Torres. Torres, Munoz. Munoz, Torres. Munoz puts it on the deck. Not sure where he was going, except out of bounds, and it goes back to San Juan on the turnover. Lopez has it. Tries to go to Lewis, has it stolen by Barrett. Barrett to Trajan Hawkins, in the corner to Torres, back out top to Munoz. Munoz, long pass to Barrett, back to Hawkins to Munoz. Munoz, Torres. Torres, oh, nice dribbling, sets up his friend. Now we're gonna have an offensive fouls. I think Torres ran into one of the Broncos and drew the offensive foul. So wiped away a nice play. Ball back to the Broncos. John Lewis, long pass. He's looking for Blake. Nothing there. And that quarter ended as Talon Barrett tried to throw it the length of the court to no avail. At the end of 3 quarters of play, Layton Christian 52, San Juan 28. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. begin the fourth and final period of play. San Juan to inbounds. They got a lot of work to do as they trail by 24 points, 52-28. Lopez to inbounds to Palmer. Palmer puts it on the floor a couple of times and then gets it to Blake. Blake picks his dribble up. He's looking, comes back out to John Lewis. Lewis for three. Lewis has got three. Put him on the board, John. 52-31, Layton Christian. Torres. Now he's going to get trapped. Tries to knock it off of Blake's legs, but it goes right to Lopez, 2-on-1. Lopez fakes, left-handed layup, good. And it's a little 5-0 run here for the Broncos. 52-33. It's a tall mountain to climb. It looks like the Broncos are going to give it a shot. Camilli trying to go to Munoz, almost stolen by John Lewis. And it will stay with the Eagles. Munoz inbounds, comes way out here to Camilli. To Igor Torres, rainbow three, in and out, no good. But it's rebounded by Munoz. Very active forward for the Layton Christian Eagles. Gasana keeps his dribble alive along the baseline, comes to the high post to Barrett, comes back out to Torres. Torres thought about a three and then kicks it to Munoz, who then tries to go to Camilli. And Camilli, it's a nice pass. Camilli just took his eye off of it and forces the turnover. So San Juan trying to see if they can do damage immediately here in the fourth period. And they're off to a 5-0 run to begin with. And the basketball. Blake, Lopez trying to skirt down the sideline. He's going to be cut off, but he's going to be fouled by Igor Torres. That will be Igor Torres' fourth foul. And that will bring off the bench for Coach B.J. Porter, Franco Tefano. High post to Jordan Blake. To DeQuan. DeQuan with another three. And it's an 8-0 run here by the Broncos. It's 52-36. 6.5 remaining. Lopez picks up a foul on Munoz. First team foul by the Broncos. DeQuan's third. Shema Gasana to inbounds. Goes to Tefano. Gasana. Barrett. Camilli. Tefano. Camilli along the baseline, loses it to Blake. He tries to outlet it to Lopez, but it's stolen by Layton Christian. Then it's stolen back by Palmer. Palmer to Blake. Blake to John Lewis. John Lewis puts it to bed, and it's a 10-0 run by the Broncos, and it's a 14-point game with 6 minutes to go. Barrett. Gasana to the corner to Tefano. Back to Barrett. Barrett, high post, trying to pick his way through the defense. Tries to go up, and he's fouled. And so it's going to be Taylon Barrett at the free throw line shooting 2 shots. Try to stop this 10-0 run. In and out, no good for Taylon Barrett. You're just joining us, it was 52-28 to start the quarter, and in 2 minutes, San Juan has gone on a 10-0 run. Layton Christian kind of fell asleep here to start the fourth quarter. 10-0 run here by the Broncos to get back in it. Free throw up, good. To stop the bleeding momentarily. Barton to Lewis. Lewis trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be fouled by Gasana. Gasana not moving his feet. And more good news for the Broncos. From here on out, it's free throws. Chance to score with the clock stopped. John Lewis with a 1-and-1 situation. And it'll be Gasana's fourth foul. So things have an opportunity to get interesting here. Lewis, 1-and-1, banked it in. Wow, an excuse me free throw. The bank was open. On the playground, they'd call that a boom swish. The second one hard off the iron, no good. 11-1 run here by the Broncos to get back into this game. Munoz to Barrett. Nice play. Munoz to Barrett. Lewis to Keegan Barton. Barton to Lopez. Lopez to Lewis. Lewis for three. Lewis puts three more on the board. 55-42, Layton Christian. We tick down to 5 minutes. Tefano to his other buddy Tefano, and Tefano scores. Franco Tefano for three, and boy, did Layton Christian need that. And they want to talk it over with a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, coming out of the full timeout. It's a 16-point game. It was a 28-point game until this run by the Broncos to begin the fourth period. All right, Morley, he gets the pass from Lopez. He gets it into the paint, picks up his dribble, kicks back out. A three-point opportunity for Lopez, and he gets the friendly roll. And it just keeps coming up. Sixes for the Broncos here in the fourth period, 58-45. Tefano going to line up a three. All the way, no iron, but it goes right to Munoz. I think Munoz traveled. Yes, Joe B. Wright rings him up for a travel. And San Juan going to force the turnover. Into Barton. Barton goes to Lewis. Lewis to Morley. Has it knocked away by the Eagles. Eagles force a turnover to Igor Torres. Torres trapped along the baseline. Nice pass out to Tefano with a dagger three. Pass up, trying to get it to Barton and thrown away. And I think that three there by Franco Tefano, or excuse me, number 32, Tefano. That three-pointer was an ice cold bomb to stop the bleeding here and really take the wind out of San Juan's sails. Here, Tefano thought about it again. Dribbles along the baseline, hits the back of the backboard, goes right to Max Morley. Morley up along, trying to get to Barton. I believe that ball was tipped, and they're gonna say no. Say it was just a bad pass. So back to Layton Christian. We're just under 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Layton Christian up by 16. Tefano. Barrett trying to go back out, and he's going to be fouled by Max Morley. It'll only be the third team foul on San Juan, so it'll just be a side out. Checking back in for San Juan, number 2, the fine sophomore Jordan Blake. Long pass to Igor Torres. Torres going to back it out, maybe work a little clock to Tefano, to Torres. Torres, Tefano, Tefano to Torres. Torres trying to go to Munoz and then throws it away. Did work a little clock, however. San Juan to inbounds. Blake to Lopez. Lopez, left-hand dribble, still looking. Goes to Blake into the forecourt. Blake with a runner. Oh, wow, used the glass. Jordan Blake. Here we go, Torres, Tefano trying to go to Torres, knocked away. Long pass up to Lopez. Lopez secures it. Lopez gonna launch a long three, short. Rebound to Blake. Blake to Lopez. Nice job. Lopez going to launch another three. This one's short again to John Lewis. To Lopez. Lopez to Blake. Blake a long three. No. And ball going to go out of bounds. San Juan definitely had their opportunities there. Three pretty good looks at it. But the Cowhide Globe refused to go through the rim. In the words of the great Hot Rod Hundley. Checking back in for the Eagles, Shema Gasana. Igor Torres to Gerardo Munoz. To Shema Gasana. Gasana, baseline drive. Kicks back out to Igor. Igor going to pull it out, run some clock. 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Gerardo Munoz has his pocket picked by Daquan Lopez. Oh, it's a race to the rim. Lopez wins. Left-hand layup. Put two more on the board for the Broncos. It may be too little too late, but the Broncos aren't going to go quietly into the night. Tefano. Gasana, baseline. Loses his dribble. Picked up by Blake. Going to be fouled. Free throws coming for the Broncos. Chance to cut this to 10 with just over 2 minutes remaining. If they can make their free throws. That will be Shema Gasana's 5th foul. His night is over. An effective evening for him. I'm sure he'd like to be able to play some more, but he's probably done enough to secure his opportunity to play tomorrow with his teammates. Layton Christian wants a timeout. Full timeout, Layton Christian. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center here on the campus of Snow College South in Richfield, Utah. We're just coming out of a timeout here against the San Juan Broncos against the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Setting the stage for the games that'll be coming up after this broadcast will be the championship round, state semifinals here in the 2A classification. It'll be the South Summit Wildcats from Region 16 taking on Region 15's Emory Spartans. And in the nightcap, it will be the Enterprise Wolves taking on Region 16's champ Manti Templars. So stay tuned for those upcoming state semifinals. Blake's free throw, good. Hits the front end. Folks, get ready for a wild and exciting final 2 minutes here. San Juan has cut a 28-point lead to 10 if Blake can hit this free throw. And he does. So it's an 18-point quarter advantage for the Broncos. Will it be enough? Ball's tipped, it's free. Picked up by Lewis. Lewis trying to get it to Morla. He does to Lopez. Lopez ahead of the pack. Lopez, left-hand layup. Off the glass, no good. Rebound to Barrett, and he's fouled. Non-shooting foul. Boy, the Broncos could have used that. Another 2 points without much time coming off the clock. Lopez couldn't quite put the left-handed layup to bed. It was a contested layup, but a layup nonetheless. Full court pressure by the Broncos. Into Torres. Igor, double dribbles. As Joe B. Wright rings him up with the violation. And the ball is back to the Broncos underneath their own basket. What's Monty Lee got drawn up here? He's put up 8 fingers. It goes to Barton. To Lewis. To Blake. Blur a long three. Oh, didn't touch anything but at the bottom of the cotton of the net. Or shall I say the nylon. Not enough oomph on that one. Back to the Eagles. San Juan with opportunities. Just not cashing them in right now. To Torres. To Tefano. To Munoz. Oh, beautiful passing, and the offense turns into a fast break. Oh, there's Tefano almost coming up with a steal. To Lewis. Lewis ahead to Morley. To Lewis. Lewis up. No good. Rebound by Barrett. To Morley. He lost it right to Morley. His shot's good. Back to a 10-point game. Monty Lee wants a timeout. Don't go away. We've got a minute 23 remaining. 63-53. Going to be Layton Christian's basketball. They're slow coming out of the timeout. Joe B. Wright's counting it off. And Layton Christian takes another timeout. Coach B.J. Porter doesn't like it, but slow coming out of the timeout. "30-second timeout. Coach Porter's, both the horns blew. Needs a little more help from his assistants, if you ask me. So Joe B. Wright put the ball down and started counting it off. Layton Christian basketball. After all that, ball's in. Into Munoz. Whoa, first down. Munoz ran over there by Barton. Going to be two shots. Actually, it's not a shooting foul, excuse me. It's going to be only the 6th team foul. Inbound. Now we've got an intentional foul. It's going to be called on Jordan Blake. Joe B. Wright says, no, sir. So that will be free throws for Layton Christian and the basketball after the free throws. Should be Munoz shooting the free throws. Munoz, free throw number 1. Good. Munoz, free throw number 2, lets it ride. Good again. And that ought to about do it. Layton Christian will have the ball back as well. It takes something absolutely phenomenally crazy for the Broncos to win this game. We'll go into Tefano, to Barrett, Barrett to Munoz. Munoz got it. And puts them back up by 14. Lewis loses the ball. Munoz ahead. Tefano, left-hand layup, good. And that'll about do it. So we tick down to a minute to go. 16-point lead by the Eagles. Lewis a long three, good. John Lewis. Long pass to Barrett. Barrett to Tefano, layup, good. To John Lewis. Lewis trying to go to Blake, and Lewis throws it away. Back to the Eagles, who are going to end this game on a major run of their own. It's a 6-0 run right now. An 8-3 run. Long pass to Igor Torres, stolen by Morley, who goes ahead to Lewis. Lewis long three, short. And then he's going to be fouled. That's Stefano with the rebound. He's going to be fouled. And it's going to be pad the stat book time here at the Sevier Valley Center. Plenty of free throws here for the Eagles. And the Broncos season going to come to an end. San Juan pulled off what many felt was a minor upset over the Beavers last week in Orem in the play-in game to get here to the state tournament, and then fell to the Templars from Manti yesterday, and will be defeated here this evening by the Eagles of Layton Christian to end their season. But a successful season. Anytime you can get to the state tournament, the coaches and the young men have done a great job. Tefano, second free throw. String music. Into Barton to Blake. Blake to John Lewis. Lewis, left-hand dribble, pull-up, jumper. Off the glass, no good. Ball was free, but they're going to call a foul. It should be on number 10, Trajan Hawkins of the Eagles. So John Lewis at the free throw line. John's going to have a 1-and-1 situation. Hard off the iron, no good. Rebound knocked around, but it comes to Hawkins. Goes to Munoz, and really that should end the game. Down underneath to Barrett. Barrett puts it to bed. Lewis ahead to Palmer. Palmer, spin move, big fella. Oh, missed the layup. Barton puts it up and in. Good one to end on for the Broncos, and Layton Christian will not inbounds it. And at the end of the ball game, Layton Christian moves on to face the Parowan Rams tomorrow afternoon for a consolation championship. Final score here this evening at the Sevier Valley Center. Layton Christian Academy 75, San Juan High School 58. And now it's championship basketball. We'll be back in 20 minutes.